Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's time for an update. This past month I've been dealing with a lot of wire management issues. So I was very keen that you, if you are dealing with wires, keep them all under control. Something like that has saved me a lot of time and hassle, for I've had to completely take apart every single bit of this project down to the positive, negative, and the signal line, and trust me, it's been a pain in the ass. I'm working on a targeting system that's going to activate this little laser, but I can't seem to figure out if it's going to be through a relay or what. But I will show you some of the other gizmos and sensors that I've already installed into this thing. You can tell with the wire management I was preaching about earlier, it's definitely an upgrade from what I've had before, and it makes things a lot easier. We've attached the Geiger counter, which can tell us for any radiation in the area, but the thing is, people emit a small level of radiation, so this thing's going to go off in a second. You can hear it. It's a nice purr. I had a distance sensor working a second ago, but for some reason it's not giving me a read, so that can kind of kick rocks at the moment. I dropped about $40 on this new LiDAR unit, which extends the range from the distance sensor from 13 meters to 141, I believe. And if the program is correct, this can send data into the transparent OLED screens that I have in the eyes on the speed of the moving target, or that's at least what it said in the description. We still have a lot of sensors to go through, and it's been fun, honestly. Originally, for that distance sensor, I was going to go with this cheap $10, $12 unit, but we might use that for something else. There's a temperature and humidity sensor that I've been working on as well. I'm going to run the code right up to the OLED glasses in the face. But then again, I'm not sure how much this breadboard and my power supply can hold for all the sensors and whatnot that's going to be in the face. Until then, we're just going to keep on pushing and pushing until the entire project either blows up or we find a limit. So I say the odds are in our favor. With all jokes aside, this entire thing has been running off from just the 5-volt and ground from the Arduino. I think that's a waste of the entire Arduino, so I slapped a shield on top of it. This is a servo and motor shield, and obviously it's going to be powered by the same power source, and it's going to run all these little servos. The servos I plan to align on the outside of the face, so it can do like a locking mechanism to the, where is it? To the helmet it's going to be attached to, which is this thing. Still debating on shutting down this whole thing here, but right now I like it. The face is going to slap right on inside. Which means if I can program all the servos to open and close at the same time using the voice command system I already showed you guys in the mask, then I can just detach the faceplate and put it back on. So we can all dream, right? I've been stocking up on these 16-channel relays because I realize that if I'm going to have all these linear actuators for the muscles, they have to be controlled somehow. I also got some new fans. Not quite sure where I'm going to put those. The ones I'm currently using, already installed in the faceplate, are doing a pretty good job. So, there's a close-up of the faceplate to those who have not seen it yet. And the servos that will be going in the hand in itself, the linear actuators, which will act as the major muscles, bicep, tricep, chest muscles, whatnot. And up there on one of the forgotten shelves is all the tendons for the fingers. They're going to be installed right by the forearm. R.I.P. Tony. But Tony Stark, how are you going to control these different things? Well, I have an answer for you. These are gesture sensors. If you look closely, it is a very, very tiny little thing. The beautiful thing about those gesture sensors is that I can hold 9 different executions, let's just say, depending on the code. So if you program it to sense an object coming in and going up, it'll execute one program. If you have it coming in and go right, that's another program. So it's really, really helpful, especially in the face area, to judge where an incoming object is coming in and what action to take. I want to put them in the major areas, like if the bicep were to flex, it would come closer to the edge of the suit, which would activate the gesture sensor to flex the bicep of the suit itself. Really easy, but now I think about it, I could just use a basic proximity sensor. Why do I have to overcomplicate things? I've been toying with the idea of these relays controlling everything, which is pretty logical. But what controls relays? None other than sensors. These touch sensors, not only being very entertaining to play with. Okay, stop it. It can be very useful. For instance, these sensors right here can be placed in the cheeks of the suit itself, and when the side of my cheek presses the left side, it'll turn the servos that are in the far corner over there, supporting the neck muscles. It'll turn the servos left and right, and hopefully, if I can do all my math correctly, up and down. It all has to work with the armor plating on the entire thing as well. The biggest problems I'm facing now isn't the fact of wires, all jokes aside. It's the fact that I'm running out of space inside the mask to put all the different electronics that will increase the user's abilities. Hence, the voice changer and all other stuff isn't displayed right now into the mask. So I'm going to have to do some tactical Tetris, dare I say, to make it all compact. Or, another idea, drop most of the electronics to be equipped into the suit down to the chest and back area. So I have to start building the neck in the next part at some time. In filming this update, we got a new pair of eyes of the male. So let me think if you guys want to stick with the classic Prometheus eyes look, as you can see here. Or we can go with the micro LED eyes, which are far more powerful. Let me know what you guys think, because I kind of like the style of the separated LEDs, but life is about progress. Make sure you subscribe to Rashawn64. He's also making a very awesome exoskeleton. He's a very talented dude. Even now, holding the mask, it's beautiful. I can't describe the sound of all the electronics is making unless you were to see it in person, to which some of you who live close to me already have, but it's definitely a beauty, and I'm very proud of every chance that I get to work on this project and push it forward. So, until next time, Prometheus out.